As an international student, you're looking for a few key things. The academic reputation being one of them, the employability prospects being the other one. With Southampton being a Russell Group university, it had that academic reputation behind it, and that really goes to show, the kind of network you can build when you're at the university. And that really sets you up perfectly, and for me that was really, really important. The big reason I wanted to come to the UK specifically is because UK and India, they have historic relationships going back decades and centuries actually. And the moment that really made it kind of a deal for me was actually when I met a representative. She's Donna Haynes, she's the director of the Indian region at that point, and she was instrumental towards, giving me a good overview of what to expect when I come to the city. I truly felt that I was able to connect with her in a deep, meaningful way, and I can say this without a shadow of a doubt that I got what I expected and a lot more than I could have imagined. Speaking of the international community in Southampton, that is something absolutely astounding. We've got students from India, China, got students from Bulgaria, and I got introduced to their way of life, their way of speaking, their music, and the university really makes it a point to cater to every single one of them. So I did a bachelor's in accounting and finance with a year in employment. It meant that in my third year, I would have been going out to a company, I would have gone through the application process and get to work in a real world business. And that meant that I was then well equipped to apply for a summer internship at Grant Thornton, where I went on to secure a graduate position. The good thing about working in a firm like Grant Thornton is it's multinational. We have a huge office in India. It's based in Delhi, and we work with some of the top companies across India. And I'm glad that I made the decision of working for Grant Thornton. Speaking of my proudest moment, wow, I would say it's the relationships that I made. You look back, 4 years seems like yesterday. And all of a sudden you're left with hundreds, if not more, of friends, of networks, and it's something that'll stay with me for a lifetime. My only advice would be just go for it. Don't be afraid of mistakes. No one is looking after you to catch you out, but rather they're there to support you in every step of the way. So yeah, good luck.